It's happening. It's happening. We're back. We're back. We're back. Podcast Mayhem, episode 24.
I can't believe this is
We're
real.
here. We're here. It's
This
been a
is
while.
actually happening.
It's been a while. It's gonna definitely be bananas. Coming to you from the Bobcat Lounge.
From the Fort Worth Taco Shack.
What's happening behind you on that photo? Is that like 50 Shades of Grey or something? What's going on? I can't. It looks
My
like
parents gave this to me.
it looks like someone's getting manhandled behind you over there.
My parents gave this to me.
That's
It's art.
kind of a weird gift from your parents.
It's art.
What's looking good? How you doing tonight, Pete?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. I'm doing pretty
I'm
good.
surprised that we're here.
Yeah, like we're running a little bit behind because nothing was set up in the Bobcat Lounge. I prepared. I thought I prepared. I was incorrect in that assumption that I was prepared, so I had to prepare again. Oh man, Terry's here, Sean's here, and
Nice.
Sean's putting his full name out there on the internet for anyone that wants it. There he is.
Start well.
In the comment section. So yeah, so first of all, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsor Coinstar, because it just makes sense. Thanks, Coinstar.
Makes sense.
Thanks for all the merch. Make sure you go to Coinstar and turn in your coins, get some gift cards for no charge. No charge. Get it.
Yeah, go see some movies. Get back in the theaters.
Yeah. So anyways, Pixie and Mayhem's back. Week 1 started this weekend. It's Monday Night Football right now, so we got some football happening. We'll pull up some scores here shortly just to kind of see where we're at for the week and everything. Yeah. So we got a new guy, I hear, in the league. So
we brought in our good buddy Danny P, otherwise known as Sullivan. He replaced Tom after Tom tried to quit years and years ago through the process of quitting, and finally he did it.
Yeah.
Tom was successful at quitting.
Pete, we're getting some feedback from your mic or something, man. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of loud and raspy. All right, well, yeah, welcome Daniel Sullivan to the league. He's in it. Replacing Tom right now. We'll just see a quick standings update just so everyone can see that they're undefeated at the moment.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, everyone's 0-0 right now. Every single person. I don't know. I don't know what that sound is, man. You ain't getting nothing? Yeah. It's all good. Sean can go back and fix it in the editing later, I'm sure. Or just complain about it. Yeah. All right, well.
Fix it. I'm going to debut a new cheap gimmick that we have, and then I'll end this thing, just so that we can go back to normal and not have to worry about whatever feedback it is. So, let's give you that.
What?
Yeah.
What was... All right. So
I think it's the soundboard.
Oh, okay. I don't know, something. It sounds like a 1,000 ants like crawling around inside of my headset right now. Can you hear that, Sean? I know that you're on the other side just complaining about it. This ear splitting. All right, anyways.
Be on my AirPods now, so we should be good.
Yeah, it's gone. That was it for sure.
Yay!
Okay. Back to business. All right. Sorry, technical. It's been a while. How long has it been since we've been here? It's been like
hockey season.
Several months. So there's gonna be some we need to put some grease in the elbows and get them going.
Some speed bumps.
A few speed bumps. All right.
We'll need some
so
liquid lubrication.
So like I said, it's Monday Night Football right now. Week 1's almost over. The Ravens and Raiders are playing tonight. I'm just going to bring up the live scores real quick just to kind of see where all the teams are at for week 1. We had a couple fairly close matchups. Most of them weren't incredibly incredibly close. As you can see. So let's see. We got myself and Timmy playing right now this week, and Timmy's already beat me. He Kyler Murray destroyed me this week, and my team underperformed. And then we had Pete and Terry.
Be rough.
That was a nail biter right there because it came down to a defensive player on Terry's side, and he got just enough tackles, just enough.
I should have played Gronk so that way Tampa Bay beat Terry. Make it nice and rough on him.
He would have been like, he probably would have complained about it, I'm sure, or he would have.
If I had a do-over, I would have played Gronk instead.
What? So
just
what?
So that because I would have thought about how he loves Tampa Bay and
yeah.
Kind of that.
I was gonna say, what drove you to play Dallas Goedert over Gronk?
I'll talk about Howard.
Oh,
how he was back and how he was the starter last season, and then how Gronk came up after that. So, and Tom Brady came out saying how much he expected Howard to have a good season this year. So I kind of figured that Howard was the starter.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it seems like Gronk's back. I think Gronk is on the trade block right now. Pete's trying to sell high. Now's your chance to get you some Gronk, Terry.
I could sell either of them. Goddard got a touchdown too.
And then next up in the matchups this week, we have the worst team in the league this year, Joe, playing against Kiefer. And Kiefer just, it's not over yet. Joe still has Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson playing tonight. So he could come back, but he's got a deficit to overcome for sure.
Do you think Kiefer's going to pull it out?
I think Kiefer's going to pull it out. I really do. I think so. And which
this game was like the highest projected game that we had, though.
Yeah. Well, the projections, they mean nothing most of the time, and I think this week proved it again because none of the projections got it right except for probably the Sean matchup, and that was just barely because Steven's
They had Joe predicted at 130 points.
Yeah.
And here he's sitting at 73.
Yep, 73 points. He potentially could be the lowest scoring team this week, but I think Derek might take that. So the next matchup, matchup was Justin and our new addition, Sully, and Justin just couldn't let the new guy win. So kind of rude. It's not a good start, Justin, for your relationship with Sully to really mature at this point. So I think he's probably going to hate you the rest of the season.
We're pretty disappointed in you. You should be nice on him. We made it so that you could welcome him to the league.
Yeah, you should have benched all your players and let Sully win. It's how we welcomed Angel last year, I think.
Pretty sure.
Then we got the Dak Hype Train, which is Sean, our current champ, playing against poor Steven, who had to auto draft, and he paid some program to help auto draft fantastic for him, and it did not work out in his favor at all.
MyFantasyPros.com. Thank you. Shout out.
Is that who it was? Fantasy Pros?
Yeah.
Yeah. FantasyPros.com did not do him well in the auto draft. Not one bit. It was drafting.
The boy was on deployment and you screwed him over.
Steven wants his money back. And then we got Angel and Derek, who they didn't do too hot last season, and it kind of seems like they may be on that trajectory again. But Angel's going to topple Derek this week, is what it appears. I think that's pretty likely. So that's your matchups for the week going on right now. So none of them seem close. The only one that potentially could change is maybe the Joe Kiefer. If LJ and Mark Andrews hook up for a couple tutties.
Where's your stat correction? I'll take that.
Where's your bills at? Your tutties bills. You need your bills. They got lost in the move. We need new bells.
I forgot.
When we say tutties.
About all these things. Oh my god, it's so so rough.
All right.
The tutty bells.
Tutty bells. So I'm not going to bring up the best ball league right now, but as of this morning, and the scores will change a little bit because of the game going on right now, but as of this morning, the standings are I'm sitting at top at 203, and then from there it goes Sean, Terry, Derek, Kiefer, Angel, Tim, Joe, Justin, Pete, and then Sully. So, and it ranges all the way. Sully's at 105, so we got a big spread already, about a 100-point spread in week one.
When was
So
this?
this
When
was
was this updated?
that was this morning before the game. I haven't looked at it since the game has started. But it won't update until tomorrow. It always updates the next day.
Oh, Josh Jacobs is playing. Okay.
Yeah, he was sick, but I guess he pulled it out and he's gonna end up playing. So yeah, so that's Justin.
Terry's just mad that he's not in the first right away this year.
So last year I believe he started out in the middle and then just exploded when everyone else got injured. Yeah, everyone got injured and then it was just him. So
he's like, best ball's my thing. I'm the donut lord.
Yeah, so Terry is the reigning donut lord, and he's just like he said in the comments, things can change quick in the best ball league because injuries obliterated several of our teams last year. So
absolutely.
It looks like Terry actually wants to trade you for Gronk. Also, he says, "I love Gronk. I would marry him if I could," or something to that effect. So he's pretty.
Yeah, I believe it says that he'd like to be Gronk smashed.
It says he only drinks Gronk Edition Monsters and nothing else. So he's just really about some Gronk. Thanks for all those comments, Terry. I appreciate that. Leaving comments. Really get the discussion going.
Thanks for being one of our tens of subscribers.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to thank everyone that came to the draft party a few weeks ago. It was a great time. We're out here in Middle Tennessee area, just floating down some rivers and drinking some brews, having a good time, throwing some frisbees, normal draft party stuff.
Throwing some discs.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had a good time, and we had a pretty good turnout. We had like 6 or 7 of us get to come this year, so it was a good time. Terry missed out, unfortunately, so he wasn't here. We missed you, Terry. We did. It's true.
Terry always seems to just last minute disappear.
It's okay. It happened last year too, but maybe next year he'll come. Maybe. We had a good time, and Sean didn't get that drunk, so he was a good boy.
He was well behaved. He was on his best behavior.
He was. He sent my wife a thank you card in the mail that she got today, thanking her for being such a good host and making him food.
Did you thank her for the pancakes?
And thanking her for the pancakes. Yeah.
200 pancakes for the boy.
It was only 200. Next time she'll make 400, just to make sure we have enough. So, and speaking of the draft, let's get into going over some of our draft picks. We'll go over the first round and just rate them.
I like this.
We'll kind of rate them on like a scale of play, stay, or fade. So play, we're gonna say is like good. Stay would be like we feel neutral about the pick, and then fade is gonna be that we think it was a terrible pick. Kind of like Sean's pick last season when he chose James Conner.
Wait.
So pick one, we had Justin, because he won the consolation bracket, got first pick, and he chose David Montgomery. And I'm going to go play on this. I like the pick. What about you, Pete?
It's a play. Yeah, I think David Montgomery had the best showing yesterday for the football that I watched. Looked pretty out there. Looked like he was running angry.
Yeah.
So, good pickup.
And we are a keeper league, so we have 6 keepers. So the people available, some of the top running back was pretty much just David Montgomery, and then Najee Harris was probably the other one. Those are really the only 2 big name running backs available.
Crazy that this could have been on Steven's team instead of Cam Akers.
Oh man, Whoops. Yeah. Oh well.
Whoops.
Whoops. Sorry, Steven. Fantasy Pro's fault, not Pete's fault for sure.
Don't blame me.
Not Pete's fault. So pick 2. Pick 2 was Pete. Who'd you pick, Pete?
Yes. I picked Najee.
Are you an
really surprised that actually fell to me? I thought that would be the first pick. So
I thought Justin was going to take him as well, but it was a more risky choice, I think, over David Montgomery, because David Montgomery is already you knew what you were going to get,
he took off kind of at the end of last year and has kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, I had Monty his rookie year, so it's always weird watching Monty go to the other teams. I kind of thought you had him for a second.
I
A
wish
little bit today.
I wish I did. I wish I did. But I like the pick. I'm gonna say play on yours as well. It's a good pick. Good running back pickup,
Yeah.
man.
He had a lot of carries yesterday, but his O-line sucks. So
yeah.
But he also played. They play the Raiders next week. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think just stacking running backs. I mean, it's the way to go in most all drafts. So
Give it a play.
That's why this next choice by Angel, he went with Kyle Pitts, the rookie tight end for Atlanta, and I'm gonna just say stay on this. I don't hate it just because tight ends are a good commodity to have, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have went tight end first round, especially one that hasn't played in just a rookie. So I know there's a lot of hype around him.
It's a lot of hype around a team that is, with Matty Ryan, and it's kind of aging.
Yeah.
When Matt Ryan retires, then you have Calvin Ridley, and who's behind Matt Ryan? So,
yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It was a third pick.
I
mean, with the other picks that are coming up, I don't know. So
I'm gonna go with stay. I'm on the border of fade and stay, but I'm gonna go with stay on this.
Yeah, I'll go with TBD. I'll go with the stay.
Yeah, because if he turns into a Travis Kelce or something, who knows? Or even Darren Waller type points. I mean, then it's worth it because a good tight end's hard to come by. So we'll see what happens with that. Fourth pick coming up is gonna be Bert, and he went with Chris Carson. So one of the few running backs that were remaining after we chose our keepers, and this used to be your guy, Pete. You had him last year. You decided not to keep him. So
I was tired of being on the Chris Carson train.
The Chris Carson train. You were on it for a while. I think you had him for like 4 years or something. Right?
He comes in and then he destroys and then he disappears and then he's injured.
Yeah.
It's not consistent for me.
That's understandable.
Kind of like Terry showing up to draft parties. Very inconsistent.
The same thing got him both years, so maybe next year it won't happen again. We'll see. I'm going to go with stay on this pick. I don't love it. I'm not a big Chris Carson fan. I'm not a big fantasy fan for Seattle. I think that they have a decent team most of the time, but fantasy-wise, they're hard to trust, except for maybe like DK Metcalf I really like, but I don't know.
I think that it'll be interesting for this next few weeks with Rashad Penny being injured. So
that's true.
Chris Carson will be pretty much just used exclusively. So it should be a good few weeks for Derek.
I hope so. He
needs those.
He needs it. He needs it after this week. So
he needs a boost.
Yeah. So fifth pick was Joe, the villain of the league this year, and he went with DeAndre Swift.
Joe.
And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When he drafted Swift, I didn't like the choice. I thought Swift would be overrated, and not play a whole lot or not get a lot of fantasy points. But yesterday he did pretty well. But he does have a lot of competition in the backfield, so it might have just been a fluke. So I'm gonna go stay on this one. I'm not a big Swift fan this year.
Yeah, I think I'll go with stay on it. I usually like the Lions running backs and try and get the Lion King, but I don't know.
Yeah, you had him rookie year, didn't you?
No, Derek. They're not.
Oh wait.
You know who did? Steven did.
Oh, Steven. Okay, Steven.
This is another one of Steven's dumped running backs.
I thought you had him for some reason. I don't know why.
I'd carry on.
Oh, that's who you had. Oh my God, what happened to Carry On? Where is Carry On? Carry On Johnson. I forgot. That's who it was. Because me and you kept trading him back and forth, and then he just disappeared. Because I think we traded.
And then the gift with throwing the Lion King, throwing Simba off.
Just throwing Carry On off the cliff. Gone.
Summarizes my feeling towards Carry On Johnson.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Good job.
Daniel's pick, his first draft pick in the league, is Darrell Henderson. So, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go play on this one. I like the pick. I like Darrell Henderson.
You look good.
Yeah, I'm liking the Rams this year. I think with Matt Stafford, they're gonna be pulling some good fantasy points. So I'm gonna go play. Then we got seventh pick,
Oh yeah.
Kiefer, and he is with Amari Cooper. So,
I think this is dangerous, but I like this pick because his wide receiver squad is pretty stacked.
oh my gosh, he has the best receiver core I think in the league overall. I really do.
Amari Cooper looked good the other night.
Yeah, he went for like 13 for like 140 yards and got two tutties.
He was no pooper this time, but he looked good.
Yeah, I think Joe's missing him. Joe's missing him. Oh man, Joe and Kiefer are playing. So really, Amari Cooper beat Joe is what happened. So that's karma, Joe, for not
You
for not keeping him. It's karma. It's karma.
should have taken him, Joe.
Man, what a
I can pick
guy.
this next one. I got the eighth pick.
Go ahead.
Eighth pick was Terry, and Terry went with a former Seahawk, Mike Davis, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. I guess he replaced Todd Gurley and is now in charge down there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go play on this. It seems like he has the backfield under control, and he's a good receiving back. So
I like Mike Davis.
yeah,
I was always surprised when the Seahawks let him go. So
yeah. I think he's a good pickup, Terry. Well done.
I
Well
do
done.
think that Terry missed an opportunity to pick up a Buccaneer, though. And
Who's that? Who
so,
you got next?
oh, that could have been Ronald Jones, who Terry could have gotten, but Terry was like, "I'm off the Bucks train this year." So anytime he tries to ride that train, we'll just make sure that he knows.
Yeah, who did get
Good
Ronald
call.
Jones?
Oh, that went to Timmy,
Timmy.
the
Man,
thieving stable boy.
yeah, the stable boy. I was.
Running back stable boy.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty excited when I saw Ronald Jones got negative points to start the season for Tim, and I was like, "Yes, this is. I'm gonna destroy Tim." And then it was just me getting obliterated the rest of the weekend. So it started off great, went downhill from there. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go fade on this pick. I'm not a big fan of the Buccaneers backfield. I don't like the running backs that they have. I don't know who to go for out of Fournette or Ronald Jones. So I'm gonna go fade on this.
It's a fade.
Yeah. All right, then 10th
Good
pick.
call, Terry, not drafting Buck.
Yeah, good job. He still wants him. Let's not pretend he doesn't.
Terry,
And
send me
then
your offers for Gronk.
he is. He's gonna send you a lot of things for Gronk. Too many things. I had 10th pick.
Calendar.
I went Brandon Ayuk on this. There were no good running backs. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh man, I like this guy. I think he pissed off the coach this last game or something. But what you got?
That's a stay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm at stay
I
because
I worry about him, so
yeah, it's
kind of injured every once in a while.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. A little bit of my Niner love went into this pick. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to look at his face anymore. On to the next one.
Get out of here.
It's okay. And then Steven with the 11th pick, who I should have chose, Robert Woods.
I agree with that. This is a bad pick for Steven. Thank you, Fantasy Pros. He already had Cooper Cup on his team. So why did you go this route?
Yeah. Fantasy Pros.
So he's stacked with the Rams. I mean, he's got Cooper Cup and Robert Woods. I think this would have been normally. I like Robert Woods, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's a play, but it's also just not a good pick for his team.
No, it's like you said, he already has Cooper Cup. Why do you need Robert Woods too? You know, that's how I feel about that. But
Greedy.
I mean,
greedy.
I do think it was a play. It's a player. It's a good player, but for his team, Fantasy Pros did not do a good job. They just did not do a good job.
Oh no.
And then our current champ with the 12th pick, Deontay Johnson from the Steelers.
I think we wish we could hear from Sean about how he feels about this pick.
I'm gonna go stay on it. I'm not.
You can stay.
I don't know. I don't know about
Is
it.
there any status to his injury yesterday?
I haven't seen an update on it, so I think he walked off on his own power. So he'll probably be okay. I mean, maybe. Who knows? It might be a high ankle sprain. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
I hope not. Those are back though. Spoiler alert.
What's
Oh,
back?
Sean's typing. Go, Sean, go.
Look, Deontay came back out and got a tutty. Did he come back out and get a tutty? I don't think that happened.
Did you highlight it for us? Thank you.
That's not true.
I take back my statement. He's not injured. He came back after a scary first and is doing just fine.
That's fake news. He died. He died.
Mrs. Deontay Johnson and Deontay are doing just fine.
What is Sean doing? All right. So now the moment you've all been waiting for, Sean's draft ADP comparison chart.
I'm excited about this.
Sean took a deep dive to see how big of donkeys some of us are, and luckily he's one of the bigger donkeys based off of his projections. All right. So, do you want to read this, Pete? It's
yeah, sure.
It's a lot. Go ahead.
Sean took a look at the ADP of the all drafted players using the Fantasy Pros standard scoring. There's our issue. He then took the average ADP for the best lineup for each team, which means each roster position is filled, then the best remaining player goes into the flex position. IDP was ignored. ADP doesn't mean everything, but it's interesting to see who is predicted to do better, and here are the results. Let's see them.
Oh, you made okay. Let me pull them up real quick.
I have to zoom in real quick.
So the ADP chart, here you go.
Oh man! All right, so I'm going to try and read this the best way possible. So the person that had the best ADP average draft position was Joe with a 28.9, and that's why he's been labeled our villain. Then we have our hopefuls, which is Kiefer, Angel, and Sullivan. Angel and Sullivan coming in that order. And then nobody cares about Tawny.
He's just grumpy that I'm way ahead of him.
Who came in at a 46.7. And then the contenders, me, Terry, Tim, and Justin, ranging from, actually, this is a pretty tight, close bunch. We were 50.3 to 52.9. And then the last three, the donkeys, Sean, Bert, and Steven. So the guy who auto-drafted, and then Bert.
And the champ, the auto-drafter, and then Bert, who just got destroyed this week. So, yeah. Poor Bert. I feel bad for the guy. I hope he wins next week, unless we're playing. I don't know if I'm playing him next week. I hope not.
What's from Sean is that some teams have a good best lineup, but their bench sucks.
Yeah. So, okay, so like... so some of these guys up in the top, like Joe Kiefer, Angel, Sullivan, they might have a good ADP, but for their start, this is for their starters or their best lineup, but then their bench sucks, so they may not actually do too hot. So as long as none of their players get injured, they'll be good to go. Yeah, but altogether the league is pretty tight. Everyone has a chance except for Bert. That's what Sean said. So.
I don't think Bert's going to do so hot.
We'll see.
That's my hot take. Let's just take shots at Bert today.
No, he's not here. That's fine. I think that's fine.
He watches when he's pooping.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know. It's a little late. He might be in the morning. This might be a morning watch sesh. All right. So let's get into some trades and fab. We don't have a whole lot because the season just started. But in the offseason, there was only one trade, and it was a trade that had some big implications to the start of the season for Bert, who we're talking about. So, so Derek traded Keenan Allen to myself for J.K. Dobbins. He needed a running back. I needed a wide receiver, and we had extra. So the trade made sense for both of us at the time. And then J.K. Dobbins. Then J.K. Dobbins, the day of our draft. I didn't even know about it till our draft when Terry drafted Gus Edwards. That's how I found out J.K. Dobbins exploded his kneecap.
Spoiler alert: Gus Edwards also exploded.
Then Bert's Bert's like, oh man, I guess I should try to pick up the backup, for the Ravens in case he becomes the starter. So after the draft, Bert picked up Tyson Williams, and then Gus Edwards became the starter. Tyson Williams backing him up. He's like, dang, now I just have the backup. Then Gus Edwards exploded his knee, and now Bert has the starter for the Baltimore Ravens, Tyson Williams, who is having a really good game tonight. I don't know if you saw, but I think he's got a tutty or two, and he's tearing it up. So you're welcome. I feel like I led you right to Tyson Williams, Bert.
For your $6
it only cost you $6. What a deal! What a deal! I don't like Terry's attitude in the comment section, sticking up for Bert. That trade makes sense for all of us. It made sense.
It's just like Coinstar.
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
Man, I had that queued up and on the screen as soon as you said it, Pete. And it was like, that was perfect. Perfect. All right, so speaking of Fab, let's get into some Fab Mayhem.
I love this. So, that man that we were just talking about, Tyson Williams, Derek spent a whole whopping 6 Fab on him.
Mm-hmm.
Sean bought my wide receiver that I dumped for defense for $6, Marvin Jones Jr. And then Joe went off and purchased Mark Ingram and then Travis Etienne as well.
Yeah.
So we got a few thoughts on these people as well. Sean's thoughts on Marvin Jones Jr. is that it's a new team, a new quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, he got 77 yards and a tutty week 1, so there's some promise. And Sean says that it's not a homer move because he's no longer a Lion.
I think it's still a homer move. Still one. And then we had so Mark Ingram. So Joe picked him up, but no longer has him. He's since dropped him after spending 2 Fab on him. And then Mark
he dropped
Ingram,
him already.
He dropped him. He's on the waiver wire right now. If you want to go blow your Fab on the starting running back for Houston, because
I do like Mark Ingram,
bro. He had like 26 carries yesterday, so he's it. Mark Ingram's it.
With Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, he had like 20-something carries. I think he got a touchdown also, so he had a good game. Joe's probably kicking himself for dropping him after wasting 2 Fab on him. That's a real Donnie move. I'm just going to call myself out on that. That was a real Donnie move right there, Joe. So he thought, he got 85 yards and a tutty. Yeah, so there's some promise there. But he's on the waiver wire. He's available. Go get him. Go get you some Mark Ingram.
How much Fab do you think he goes for?
Oh man, I'm thinking Timmy puts down 39 Fab like right off the bat for everyone.
On Mark Ingram?
No, probably not.
Or on
JaMychal Hasty? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know. We'll
Jammy
see what
Cow.
happens. We'll see what happens. I don't want to talk too much about this because Sean will go pick up whoever I want. So I don't want to talk about waivers. We'll talk about those next week when we go over Fab Talk.
Who you dumping? Who you dropping?
Bro, I got so many people to drop. I'm going to drop Brandon Ayuk. He's out. He's done.
You're dropping your first-round draft pick?
Yeah. I got to just cut ties, man. Just cut the dead weight. Cut the dead weight.
Dear Lord.
All right. So the moment you've all been waiting for. I know that it's Garbage Time is back.
Hey, sports fans. It's garbage time.
Welcome, friends, to the brand new season of Garbage Time, the original and best one. Here we are at the Wife Carrying Championship in Finland. Wife carrying has its roots in the late 1800s when a gangster named Rosvo Ronkanen, living in Sonkajärvi, Nurkagurken, Finland, accepted only men who can go through and accomplish a challenging race by stealing women from neighboring villages. Ha ha! Stealing women isn't a practice anymore in the Finnish villages, but the sport that emerged from it has become a tradition that's annually done since 1992. Picks to click. Thursday night, the New York Not-So-Giants against not the Redskins. Each week I will give you my best picks going forward for DFS. First off, we've got Antonio Gibson, running back. Next, Terry McLaurin, awesome wide receiver. Logan Thomas on tight end. Curtis Samuel's your value pick, and the Washington defensive team. Take it to the bank!
All right. Thanks, Justin, for sending that garbage time. But, like, bro, I'm going to give Justin, hang on. I'm going to give Justin a phone call because he put Curtis Samuel in there. And I saw
I
that
think you need to give him a phone call.
I saw this earlier and I texted him about it, but I'm gonna get Justin on the line here.
I think that's a great idea.
I think so.
What do you think he's doing
Yellow.
right now?
Oh, hey man, what's going on? How you
Oh,
doing?
hey, Donnie. Hey, I'm glad you called. Listen, I'm taking a bubble bath. There's bubbles
there?
everywhere. Got a couple
Yeah.
scented candles lit. Got some Paul
Oh,
Simon
yeah.
playing in the background. Life is good. But I'm glad you called. I want you to take Curtis Samuel off my DFS picks. He's on the IR, and we don't want an injured player on there. And I want you to add Adam Humphries. Adam Humphries coming from Tennessee to the Washington Football Club, Redskin, whatever the hell they are. He's going to go on there, and I think he's a great streaming option. Don't be afraid to play Adam Humphries on the Washington Redskins and remove Curtis Samuel. And Adam Humphries, he's a great streaming option. And just like I'll be doing here in a minute when I get out of this bathtub. Hi-yo! Hey, man, quit calling me. I'm trying.
All right. Well, there you go. So, Adam Humphries, not Curtis Samuel.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here. Live on the phone. That was Justin with some garbage time plus. It was garbage
Thanks,
time plus.
Justin.
Yeah. He really brought. I'm glad he answered the phone. I was worried because it's kind of late. I didn't know if he was going to answer. And, like, God, that was just. I can't believe he picked somebody that's on IR, but I'm glad he corrected it. That's what really matters.
No, I'm kind of a fan of his first pick.
You want to go Curtis Samuel in DFS?
No, not Curtis Samuel.
Oh, you're talking about Antonio Gibson, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Gibby.
Let's get into some quick NFL news, like some injuries and whatnot around the league, and see what's going on there. We got a few to talk about.
I'm so excited this first one. Winner of the first high ankle sprain of the season goes to Joe's week 1 player, Jerry Jeudy. He got the highest of ankle sprains. He went and got his leg caught through a New England defender, and now Joe's team begins its inevitable collapse as our villain this year.
I hope so. Gosh.
Heck yeah.
Man.
All right, we had another injury, which also I feel bad for because I have pieces of him in other leagues. Daniel's flex player Raheem Mostert, Colonel Mustard, also left the game with a knee injury after just 2 carries.
Yeah,
It's Daniel's fault for investing in the 49ers backfield.
He inherited that problem. That wasn't necessarily his choice. Although he is a Niners fan, and I'm sure he appreciated the player he inherited, but it's tough, man. It's tough. The waiver
You should
wire.
go get you some Jermichael Hasty.
Yeah, waiver wire's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot on Wednesday. I predict that overall on Wednesday there's gonna be like $120 worth of fab gone. Overall, I really do. I think so. There's a lot of players out there right now that could get picked up. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, collectively across, that's not that much really. It's like $10 a person. So.
This next one's sad for me.
All right. So Steven's starting QB this week. Ryan Fitzpatrick, who Fantasy Pros drafted, another reason that they did terrible. He broke his hip. He broke some cartilage in his hip, or he dislocated. Yeah, he like slightly dislocated his hip. He's out. So what's worse than auto draft giving you Fitz tragic? Well, that's having Deshaun Watson being your only other QB. So he has Deshaun Watson on the bench. He's going to be fighting hard to try to pick up a quarterback. There's some good ones out there. There's we got Joe Burrow, and I think Matt Stafford maybe is out there. There's a few good quarterbacks on the waiver, so I think he'll be okay.
Houston has reportedly just offered Watson to any team for 20 chicken McNuggets or a 10-piece McNuggets with fries and a drink.
They're trying. They're trying.
That sounds nice. That's a good deal.
Yeah. I'll
I got this next one. So Rashad Penny was hurt, but nobody had room for someone like him. So he's not on the benches, so nobody cares. It helps Bert. That's the only person that probably cares.
Yeah, that's true. He needs it. He needs it, man. He really does. All right. Am I getting that? You can keep going, Pete. Rattle them off, man. You got
Want me to
this.
roll him?
Hell yeah.
Michael
go
Gallup
ahead.
was also injured. He's sitting there on Daniel's bench, and he left the game with a calf injury. 100% of the living human population is concerned about how this will affect Dak's passing yardage. At least Sean is. So I guess that's true. One of my guys from last year that was also traded in through us was T. Higgins, and he's certainly on Kiefer's bench when that wide receiver team. He worried many when he headed to the locker room during his game, but after it was found out that his mom merely forgot to pack a juice box in with his lunch. A fluid IV was able to rehydrate him, and he's reportedly uninjured and back in action.
That's good. I like T.
Come on, Mom.
Come on.
Come on, Mom. You can do better.
What is this, your first day? Amateur hour. Amateur hour.
Dang it, Mom.
Is that all the injuries we got this week?
That's all we've got.
That's all the big.
Anything that's happened in this game.
Yeah, that's big news. I'm gonna come back real quick to the live score and just kind of see where we're at. I'm just kind of curious to see. All right, so let me refresh this. I don't know if it's updating live or not. So okay, here we go. So yeah, Joe's
Wu-Tang ad.
Joe's yeah.
You getting advertisements for Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah, bro, Wu-Tang on Hulu. Go watch your Wu-Tang on Hulu.
Nice.
So yeah, this Joe's still losing, so he's still losing. He's down by 25. Down by 25.
You're gonna get it. You got it.
Come on, Joe. I just want him to get to 104 and then lose by 1 point. That's what I really want. Just to really rub it in. Just to rub it in. Yeah.
Isn't he the one talking a bunch of smack on the board this year?
Yeah. Yeah, we got new rivalries this year. Joe's my new rival. I gotta take him down. It's a new rival.
Joe's Team Beanbag.
Team Beanbag.
Not Team Left Couch or Right Couch, but Team Beanbag.
Yeah, Team Beanbag. All right, so me and Pete, we always choose who we think's going to win each week. So every Thursday, we're going to put out, probably on the Fantasy Sports Mayhem Instagram page and stuff, who we choose for our picks for the week. So we posted that earlier on Thursday, and on who we thought would win, and I know that it's somewhere around here. So this is who we chose. So
where could it be?
Where could it be? The Donnie and Tim matchup. So also our guest this week, because we didn't have a guest, was a coin flip machine. So you had a 50-50 chance of who you could get. So the coin flip machine chose Timmy. Which was a good choice because me and Pete were donkeys and chose me to win. That'll teach you, Pete, to choose me to win. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at least our record's going to be almost.
I feel like
not really.
I feel like I let you down, but that's you know.
I feel like I was set up for a trap.
Right. And then we had solely Justin. It was Justin across the board on that one. Angel
Nice job,
Derek.
coin flip machine.
Yeah, good job. Angel Derek, Angel across the board. The coin flip machine's on point. I'm worried about this. Oh no, Pete.
Better record than us. Yeah.
Pete. Andy chose Terry. Terry is, oh my gosh, the coin flip machine is better than us. What are we even doing? What are we?
He didn't pick Steven though. He did pick Steven.
All right, so he did. So we got one up on him on that one. Sean's gonna pull. He won that one, and then I chose Kiefer as my streamer of the week. Coin flip machine, and Pete chose Joe. And it's not over yet. It's not over yet for
Let's
Joe,
go, Joe.
But
you need 25 points.
but I think I might come out of this with a little bit higher record than you, Pete. But the coin flip machine is going to be in first place, so that's not a good
Is this
start.
the same one that we used to decide Mario Party games?
Probably. That's probably why it's beating us. It always beats us.
I can hear the internet going out.
No, internet. It's making that sound it makes when it's about to die. So next week, episode 25, we're going to have a special guest. The current champ, reigning champ, Sean's going to be with us. So he'll be here next Monday.
It's our first celebrity guest. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, don't give him a big head. I don't know if I'd say celebrity. I mean, he does have the Rickman. The Rickman will probably make an appearance, so that's good. Yeah. You got any last thoughts or any hot sauce packet words of wisdom there, Pete?
I got Sam Darnold just hanging out behind me.
Oh, nice.
Put in your bids tonight. Remember that if you don't understand how Fab works, don't consult Kiefer. Welcome to Sully to the league. I think next week we'll do a How'd Sullivan Do?
Yeah.
Just to kind of get him back in and everyone get introduced to him. And welcome back. I didn't think we'd be here. We tried to kill the podcast, and you guys demanded that we stay.
Me and Pete kind of just wanted to not do this season, but apparently people wanted it. So we just give the people what they want. That's what we do.
We thought that a bi-weekly happy hour like at night would be more enjoyable, but apparently this is what you guys want. You don't want to drink with us, which makes us sad, and we will drink without you then.
Hey, all you guys are welcome to come on here and hang out anytime. Just let us know. Pete will send you the link.
Except for the first week so that we can get back in the groove of things.
Yeah. We're on the struggle bus, but it's going better and better as the night goes on.
And maybe next week we'll have sound effects.
Oh man, we got to figure that out for sure. That was some good stuff. It was some good stuff.
Another one.
Yeah. So make sure check out the weekly picks on Thursday on the Insta, and then we'll be back next Monday with Sean. That's Podcast Mayhem episode 24. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah,